Hi, this is Mike Nemeth, Marketing and Communications Director for the California Apartment Association. For today's vidcast, I had the pleasure of talking to my colleague Forrest Walsh, Head of Information Technology for CAA, about the new and improved search functionality at our website,
Well, hi, Forrest. Thanks for joining me
caaanet.org.
today for this
So without further
vidcast.
ado,
We're hoping we can
here's
talk
my
a little bit
conversation
about some
with Forrest.
improvements to the search functionality on the CAA website.
Sure.
Uh,
Happy to be here, Mike. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Before we dig into search, maybe you could tell our audience a little bit about your background and some of the experience that you bring to CAA.
I've been in technology since the early 90s, and I've worked across several aspects of technology delivery from programming to testing to project management to infrastructure and security to running an entire IT shop. I've worked in several industry segments that include airlines, insurance, healthcare, and membership services. So, I can't really say I've seen it all, but I've seen an awful lot.
All right. Well, glad to have you here at CAA. And if I recall correctly, just about as soon as you started here, late last year, one of the big priorities laid at your feet was to improve the search functionality at CAAnet.org. Can you tell me a little bit about how search was operating when you got to CAA and some of the reasons for maybe some of the sluggishness that we were experiencing?
Sure. The most obvious thing was just how slow it was getting search results. And between the slow search and the limited tools we had for adjusting the way search prioritized results, it was really not a great experience for our site users.
Hmm.
And that resulted in people not just abandoning search, but abandoning the site altogether. And additionally, we had issues where the search results you'd get from our main site were completely different than the search you would get from our community and member account site.
I see.
So we'd have members getting frustrated and giving up on search altogether and calling into our member services number to get their questions answered. And when you consider that for a site like ours, the most common reason people visit is because they have a question or they need a problem solved.
Hmm.
So given that really makes search a critical function on our website. So we had to do something about it.
Yeah. And over the years, the role of the website has really increased in
Yes.
importance. And we have a lot of information there.
We do. We have an incredibly content-rich website. If you are running any kind of property management operation in California and you don't have our website bookmarked, you're making a mistake.
Hmm. With so much information on there from industry insight papers, news articles, a huge library of more than 200 forms, all that video content too, could really weigh things down. Gonna have a kind of a Ross Perot moment here from the early 90s. If you pop the hood on the website and try to fix it, what did that involve to really get the website speed up and the search results more accurate?
So we offloaded all of the compute processing that's required for search to a third-party service.
Hmm.
So those compute cycles weren't running on our website anymore. So not only did it improve the search, but I think we've also improved the performance of the website just in general.
Hmm.
The other thing is new search platform gave us a ton of tools that we just didn't have
Hmm.
with the old platform. Plus, it's giving us artificial intelligence that's analyzing what people are searching for, what they click on, and
Hmm.
and they assist us with making the ongoing improvements that we need to make sure that search is performing at its best.
And the interface is a little bit different now. It's not just a different search, but you get different results on the screen. I think as soon as you start to type,
That's
results
right.
start popping up.
You're so right, Mike. The old search, you didn't see results until you completed a search query and then hit enter. With the new search, we begin delivering results as soon as you click into the search box. So just clicking into search right away, we're offering you popular searches. What are the most common things people are hitting our site and searching for?
So it could be really good for a first-time visitor to our website then.
That's right.
Or maybe not even know what's offered, but here you've got
That,
some
that's right.
examples right off the bat.
And we're displaying content that's our most current content. So our most current featured webinars,
Hmm.
our most current news.
Hmm.
And then as soon as you begin typing, we're immediately hitting that database. Each keystroke is executing a query and it's hitting multiple different indexes to bring back In
Wow.
this case, what classes do we have that have the term Lisa?
Mm-hmm.
What news do we have with the term Lisa in it? And as you type, the results change.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to the results page,
Mm-hmm.
all this filtering now is relevant to the search term. In the old system, all this filtering was hard coded. So you could get filtering options that had no relevance at all to your search. And you'd click that option and you'd literally get no results back.
How much faster is it for any racing fans out there? Is it
Oh,
Formula One compared to bumper cars now? How much faster?
I go by the finger drumming scale, the number of times you can drum your fingers on your desktop.
I
So,
don't know
so
that
the
technique. Okay.
the old search, a 15 to a 20 on the finger drumming scale. The new search doesn't register.
Wow. No drumming at all?
No drumming at all. No time to drum at all.
Is there anything that a visitor to our website should do differently now to get more out of search? Any tips and tricks to share?
Really, not at all. Our goal is that we want people to search using the terms that they are familiar with and then have our systems gauge their intent to deliver the results that they want.
Hmm.
And to achieve that end, we are continuously evaluating the search usage and we are making adjustments, and we'll be doing that ongoingly now for some time to come.
So search is going to get better and better. It's just going to keep
That
evolving based on what people
absolutely,
people do on the site.
absolutely. We're in our baby shoes right now. And 6 months from now, it'll be orders of magnitude better than it already is today.
Excellent. And are there other features that are going to be added to search, or is it just a matter of it kind of improving on its own based on activity on the site?
As we were in development, we felt that we reached a point where we had a good enough product that we could go live with it, knowing that there were additional things we wanted to do. So,
Hmm.
for example, with filtering, we're going to want to add breadcrumbs so that when you choose a filter, the filters you have are really obvious. They're not quite as obvious as we'd like them right now, but they're getting us by. Another area that we're really going to put some emphasis on is the mobile experience. We have more
Hmm.
and more people using our site on cell phones and tablets and small form factor devices. And
Certainly.
so we want to make sure that experience is optimized for them as well. We didn't put in this first round as much emphasis on mobile as we maybe have liked to,
Hmm.
but then again, we just felt that the experience that a user would get with the new search was still far and away better than what the old search was, that we could go with it.
Now, I understand you've asked our members or any visitors to the site if they have any feedback, anything that's a little glitchy or could be improved to
Oh,
reach out to you. Why is that important and what do you think you'll do with that info?
we will have some great feedback using the metrics that the new search platform provides to help adjust search, but there's really nothing better than the experience that our members and site visitors are getting when they're using search. So really simply put, the kind of feedback I'd be looking for is, what was I searching for? What did I expect to get? And
Hmm.
what did I or did I not get that failed to meet my expectations? And that kind of data is critical. That will help us with tuning. That will help us coach our content authors so that as content is being produced in the future,
Hmm.
that we're making sure that the relevancy of that content is going to apply to search terms that are commonly used.
Hmm.
So it's not one thing that we look at to make these improvements, but it's a whole sphere of things that we look at. And member feedback or site user feedback is a really critical part of that.
What's the best way to get that feedback to you?
fwalsh@caanet.org.